This is Jarrod Horak for the runawayhorse.com, and this is my Breeders' Cup Winning You're In video series, the second race in the series. Now, I started this series doing the Shoemaker Mile a couple weeks back, and Count Again rallied from off the pace to defeat my top choice in that race. My top choice was Smooth Like Straight. I thought he could control the pace, but Phil D'Amato, the trainer of Count Again, had a rabbit in that race that went out and made Smooth Like Straight go too fast early, and then Count Again was able to rally for the win over Smooth Like Straight, and then he got that automatic berth into the Breeders' Cup Turf Mile. So now this week, there are 3 races at Belmont Park on that Belmont Stakes Day program that are Breeders' Cup Winning You're In races. The Ogden Phipps Stakes, that's a Breeders' Cup Winning You're In for the Breeders' Cup Distaff, and Latruska looks like the one to catch in there as the favorite. In the Jaipur Stakes, that's a turf sprint, and that's an all-expense paid spot in the $1 million Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. That's a wide open race. I think that's probably the best betting race of the Breeders' Cup Winning You're In races. But I'm going to do the Met Mile as my video, as the race I'm covering in this video. Flightline is going to be your heavy favorite there, and I'll just go through that field in a few minutes. But if you're interested in my Belmont Stakes Day full card from Belmont Park, annual product, I've been doing these full cards since 1998. You can head on over to the runawayhorse.com. You'll find that full card on my sales page. I also do daily full cards each day, Santa Anita Park runs. I'll be doing Del Mar Summer Meet daily full cards this year. And then later on in the fall, I'm going to be doing, obviously, the Breeders' Cup full cards as well. So head on over to the runawayhorse.com on my sales page if you're interested in any of that. And don't forget, if you like the content in these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll be doing these Breeders' Cup Winning You're In videos throughout the summer and into the early fall as well. And now let's jump into the analysis of this video. And we're going to do, as I said, the Met Mile, and it will be the 9th race at Belmont Park, Belmont Stakes Day, Saturday, June 11th, 2021, Grade 1, $1 million Metropolitan Handicap. 3-year-olds and up, 1 mile on the main track. It's a 1-turn mile, and the post time is scheduled for 4:43 p.m. Eastern Time. And Flightline is your heavy 3 to 5 morning line favorite, and rightfully so for trainer John Sadler, because he has yet to be tested in 3 career starts. Last April 2021, he began his career with a romping victory by 13 lengths, and that was a fast victory for 6 furlongs at Santa Anita, 108-3. Second time out, he was laid off from April to September, and then he came back. He pressed from second. He took over. He won by 12 lengths. He went 108 flat that day. And then last time that we saw him was the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes, December 26, 2021, day after Christmas. In that 7-furlong race, he just took the lead early, powered away. He won by 11 lengths, geared down. Flavien Prat rode all 3 times. He's going to ride him back. He was without Lasix last time. He's without Lasix here, so that's not going to be an issue. Can't see how a 1-turn mile is really going to be an issue either. I think they do want to see him break cleanly. He was off slow and bumped at the start in 2 of his 3 starts. So he's one that he hasn't had the smoothest breaks, but he's got that inside post, and he will need to be on his game early with Speaker's Corner right to his outside. He's been training well for this. He had a strong bullet workout on June 5th. That was 4 furlongs and 46-4. That was best of 79 at Santa Anita. Now, they wanted him to go 4 furlongs and 48 and change, but he's just so fast and so naturally fast. He did it on his own. Very strong, easy bullet. And he looks ready to go off the layoff. And if he runs back to any of his prior 3 races, he's probably going to win this one easily, wire to wire. The 2 Speaker's Corner could have something to say about the pace in this race. He's one that I always liked him. Back last year, he was in the Pennsylvania Derby at 1 mile and an eighth. He was 6th by 20 lengths. He was only 7-2 that day. The Discovery Handicap, he was the beaten favorite when he set the pace at 1 mile and an eighth at Aqueduct late last year, and he finished 2nd, beaten a half length. But now, since they turned him back in 1-turn races this year, he's been sensational. He returned in the Grade 3 Fred Hooper 1-turn mile at Gulfstream Park on January 29th. He battled on the pace. He won that one nicely. Then in his next start, the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Mile. And in that race, pressed from second, took over, won easily. The Grade 1 Carter, when he returned to New York last time, 7 furlongs. In April, from the outside post, he was able to battle on the pace, take over, and win that one easily. His speed figures have gotten better in each of his 3 starts this year. He's got good speed. I don't know that he's as quick as Flightline early, but he is 2 for 2 at Belmont. He's 2 for 2 at this distance, and Flightline hasn't shipped yet, so he's one that he's familiar with this course and distance. He's got good speed. It's just a question of if Flightline runs his race, nobody's good enough to beat him. The 3, Aloha West, he's one that upset the Breeders' Cup sprint last year, and I was bummed about that because my top choice was Dr. Scheibel, and I thought I was home free. But at the last possible moment, Aloha West surged and just got his nose down right at the wire to beat me. That was a tough beat, but Aloha West ran well from off the pace that day. And then he came back in his first start this year, the Grade 1 Churchill Down Stakes at 7 furlongs on May 7th. In that race, he chased from third, and he just finished an even third, well clear of the rest. Jackie's Warrior controlled the pace that day. Reinvestment Risk outfinished Aloha West for the place, but it was a solid enough effort. Good start to his campaign. I think they want to see him sit back and make a late run. He's pretty consistent. 10 starts, 5 wins, 2 seconds and a third. Jose Ortiz rides him back. He is his winning rider, and I expect this time with some pace to the inside, the 1 and 2 horses, Flightline and Speaker's Corner, I would expect Aloha West to be more patiently handled this time, and they're going to try to get there, but he hasn't gone a mile yet. He's stretching out a furlong. Number 4, Happy Saver, is one of the horses and probably the only main contender, as I mentioned the first 3. Number 4, Happy Saver, is actually turning back from 2-turn races. He was second in the Grade 2 Ali Sheba at 1 mile and a 16th last time out at Churchill Downs. Before that, he was second by a half length in the Grade 1 Clark. That was at 1 mile and an 1/8. The Jockey Club Gold Cup of 2021, he was second there behind Max Player. The Grade 2 Suburban at 1 mile and a quarter in the slop, he was third. He won the 2020 Jockey Club Gold Cup at 1 mile and a quarter. But he's done well in 1-turn races. His 7-furlong debut at Belmont, he won that one by 5 lengths. A 1-turn mile at Belmont, May 2021, he stalked, he scored there. So he's 3 for 4 with a 3rd place finish at Belmont. He's finished in the top 3 in all 9 lifetime starts. And horses that have been graded stakes winners around 2 turns, turning back to the 1-turn mile in the Met Mile, have done well over the years. Some of the winners, Silver State did that, coming out of the Belmont Park Handicap. Frost did another one. It was a 2-turn horse cutting back. Honor Code, he won some graded stakes races around 2 turns. Palace Malice was a Belmont Stakes winner. He won the Met Mile. Ghost Sapper, another one that was turning back in distance. So all those horses were good graded 2-turn horses cutting back to the 1-turn mile, and that's what Happy Saver's doing here. He might get a good trip behind some speed horses. Maybe he'll be sitting in third trying to get the first run. And now Informative rounds out this top 5, this 5-horse field. He's 50 to 1 morning line. He looks overmatched. He was 5th, beaten 17 lengths, running last in the Grade 3 Westchester, the local prep for this. That was in the slop. You have to go back to the Salvatore Mile of 2021, around 2 turns, where he rallied from last to first there at 79 to 1. That was his last victory. So once in a while, this trainer and this horse will jump up and run a big race. But the horses in this race, a lot of quality, and I just think he's overmatched. So it's like not a great betting race, but I really want to see what Flightline can do in here. I think a lot of people are excited to see this possible superstar as he stretches out to 1 mile. And maybe if he can handle this 1 mile distance, they'll try to run him longer and see maybe if he can go in a race like the Breeders' Cup Classic. If not, Breeders' Cup Sprint, Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. They have a lot of options with this one. He's very talented for John Sadler. Flavian Pratt rides back, and I think that he's certainly the one to catch and beat. So Flightline's going to be my top choice. No value there. Not, as I said, not a great betting race, but I will pick him on top. And this is how I suggest, if you're going to bet it, this is how I'm going to bet it if I do play it at all. Flightline, my top choice. I'm going to play a cold exacta Flightline over Happy Saver. As I said, cutting back in distance there for him. And then a trifecta key, just a small little trifecta, keying Flightline on top of Aloha West, the Breeders' Cup Sprint winner, and Happy Saver, the Todd Pletcher trainee. Now, Speaker's Corner is not in my wagers. I just think that he's going to chase Flightline, and Flightline's going to put him away, pull well clear, and then Happy Saver and Aloha West can pick up the pieces. That's kind of how I see it. But I could easily see a situation where Speaker's Corner can win this if Flightline isn't able to get the distance, and then he ends up inheriting the lead. But this race is all about Flightline as my top choice in the Met Mile. And that will wrap up this video. I'm also doing a Belmont Stakes video this week, my final Belmont Stakes video, where I'll give out my top choice. If you want to watch that on my channel. And then, like I said, keep watching my channel this summer and into the fall. I'm going to be doing those Breeders' Cup Win in Your In races each weekend. Until then, good luck at the races.